G'day guys, right, let's have a look at the day, but first off, money speech. Let's get in the right frame of mind to make money, think about it as a good thing. Oh, this is why I like reading this. Okay, the money is only a tool. It will take you wherever you wish, but it will not replace you as the driver. It will give you the means for the satisfaction of your desires, but it will not provide you with your desires. Money is the scourge of the men who attempt to reverse the law of causality. The men who seek to replace the mind by seizing the products of the mind. Money will not purchase happiness for the man who has no concept of what he wants. Money will not give him a code of values if he's evaded the knowledge of what to value, and it will not provide him with a purpose if he's evaded the choice of what to seek. Money will not buy intelligence for the fool, or admiration for the coward, or respect for the incompetent. The man who attempts to purchase the brains of his superiors to serve him with his money, replacing his judgment, ends up by becoming the victim of his inferiors. The men of intelligence desert him, but the cheats and frauds come flocking to him, drawn by a law which he has not discovered, that no man may be smaller than his money. Is this the reason why you call it evil? Okay, let's have a look at the charts. I actually exited this position yesterday, which I don't know if it's going to work out in my favor or not. It's still floating around that level. Like, the trade would still be in the money, but because we had this bit of a dive towards the back end of the day, and this was sort of looking like potential sort of resistance level, and you can see from days prior, it's just intraday level. So I was like, you know what? I'll get out, and then there might be an opportunity for a better re-entry if this bounces back up into this range, which would be outstanding if it does. If it doesn't, I'm, it was what, 15% or 30% on the position, something like that. So not too bad. All right, let's have a look at the broad market. Now, the bond's still going up, staying strong. I did a long on these yesterday down here. I'm going to add to that position because I still think rates going to. I'm a few months out with that, so I'm looking at April. But I think certainly between now and then, just fucking look at this action the last few days. This is my thought process on some of these. When I'm looking at longer term, look at these fluctuations in prices over the past, however long. You can see there's a bit of a roof there at the 4.19. A lot of resistance as it's coming up. I would probably add to it again at 4.2, and I'd add to it again at 4.3 for the same sort of time frame, because I think at some point all it needs to do is come below. If it comes down to 4, I'm in the money, like quite substantially. So I did that on TLT. VIX is starting to look really good for some options too, in my opinion. This is, if that goes under 12, I'm going to go very hard. Like, I'll put a $10,000, $15,000 position in calls at probably the 13 level for 6 months out. I will go very, very aggressive, because this, when it gets below 12, man, there's an enormous amount of opportunity. Now we're getting a bit of a gap up here this morning in the ES. So the overall market is having a bit of a run. Obviously, still a while before it opens. I'm not happy with this as a level. Like, I will not accept that, the 5,020 point as a level to come back in and keep going. No, I want to retest back to here. That's just me personally. The other levels aren't good enough for me to entertain, so I won't. But you definitely, if you're a little bit more aggressive, you could play this level in here. You can see this point, boom, straight across there, and you can see hit, reject, break, reject, and now it's support. So you can definitely see that if that's something that you wanted to look at and play. But looking bullish to me, although I'm surprised because rates are jumping the way they are. It's not making a lot of sense to me at the moment. If I'm a little bit confused and unclear on entries and exits, I'm just not going to do it. Q's jumping up higher as well. go back to this chart again. I'm not playing around in this area. I need to pull back to here. That is my target. That is what I'm waiting for. And a bounce, hopefully. That's what I would want. Boom, bang. If we get that today, I'm going to be very pleased. If it comes back under that, not as comfortable, but this would still be very, very good long position. It's 425. In the overall long-term trend, everything's up. Everything's up. I think it'd be insane to try and go against it. All-time highs in the SMH, absolutely killing it. I haven't looked at any of the semis yet. SPY is still going, but you can see my level there is the one that I want, which is what, your 496. Very doable pullback, like very doable pullback. But they're not big moves to get that pullback, so don't freak out because this looks like it's running away. Don't chase. Don't chase, you will burn yourself. This is a little bit of a problem for me on the square position that I held. So you'll see, so I've held the square as a swing, and yeah, that's in bad territory for me now. I loved this drop yesterday. I was like, oh, fuck yeah, it's going to bottom, it's going to smash. But the IWM was staying strong, so I was like, maybe it's going to bounce. So this was after hours and really good for me. And then, you know, pre-market, we're getting back up. I don't really have a pullback level for this. I didn't expect it to break above there. It has now. And you can even see that this has turned into a little bit of resistance. Support. So if this comes back down and bounces up, I'll exit that position for a loss, which will be frustrating. PDD, I'd like to see this come back up here and get rejected down. I haven't looked at BABA. Let's just go look at that as a correlation to PDD. Still a bit of a seller dweller. The 70 area was a potential buy position for me for a short-term bounce. I'm not doing it at the moment. AMD, I just don't really want to touch. Although that's a nice little bounce off the 20 SMA. Might be something to watch. There's a few levels there. Just not something I really personally want to play with. Shit, I haven't made it big. Oh, sorry, guys. I would expect most of these to be up this morning. Apple. Not really. There you go. How interesting. Look at that. Did I miss that yesterday? Did I get Apple yesterday? I think I got Google. Why did I miss that? I don't know. I didn't get that alert, so I don't know what happened there, but it hasn't really pumped. Google pumping the following day after my call in here and getting out there. Probably not a huge deal of difference. So getting another pullback down here and check back up would be cool, but this is into, you're looking at gap fill territory in this. Because there was that little delay in the run-up. I'm still happy I put it out because this is what I would have expected yesterday. Netflix, look at that, fuck. Yeah, I dropped my level down on this. It was at 560, but it was violating that 560, and it's come down and made a level at sort of 555, 556 range. So if you get a pullback there, that's probably a long opportunity. Just watch how it's behaving, check your candles, make your decisions at that point in time. We've almost got a pre-market there. I don't know if this is consolidation or probably consolidation, right? You're in that range, have this breakdown, retest, consolidate, boom. That's probably what it's doing. So I'd be pretty comfortable with a re-entry in at this 694, which we were close to yesterday, but no cigar. It was close. Shopify, I don't really give a shit. It needs to pull back far more for me to be interested. I don't like this because it's just not as clear, right? I'd still prefer a pullback to there. The 630 or the 600 would be my preference. It's cleaner. You may have Sort of, not really. Yeah, I'm I don't know, not clear enough for me. This still going, and I fucking exited here. Should have left a third position running. Coin's going to be the same story. Like, yeah, this should have been a really big week for me, but my fuck up, not following my systems for one day. I won't make that mistake again today. Snow's having a bit of a tear. So this 217 mark's looking a little bit more appealing for, you got this up, more so than the 215 I was watching before. So if we get a pull back to that 217, I'd be looking for a bounce. Amazon, I'd still wait for it to come back there. I'm looking for pullbacks on all these. This is painful, guys. This is painful. Fuck. Oh, I was in here. I got out there right at the bottom, and it's just fucking moonshotted. Oh, I shouldn't have got out. It was against my rules. Oh. According to my rules, I should still have a third of the position in there. It would have been at least a 10 grand trade, probably more. Very frustrating, but there will be more opportunities. A little bit of emotional lapse, and that can happen. So make sure when you're going into trade and do this sort of shit, make sure your head's fucking screwed on. Like, don't do that shit that I did. Oil just so you get a bit of an idea. Sort of pretending to play around, but not really. Look at this fucking 10-year. It's hard to go, isn't it? Holy shit. It's very odd to me that this is rising because the markets have not been behaving like this. Like, this is going up, markets are going down. Maybe we get a pullback if this can hit sort of the 4.2. That would be cool. But yeah, just be a little bit cautious. Patience. There's some gap opportunities. Play around with it, have your levels in, and yeah, just make sure you switched on. That was very frustrating this week because yesterday I managed brilliantly. Monday and Tuesday I managed brilliantly. They were hard days, and yeah, the day that should have been my monster, poorly managed because wasn't there, wasn't switched on, wasn't focusing. So whatever you have to do to be focused, go and do it. And one of the things for me is being really fucking irritated with myself about how I managed that day and how much money I've lost as a result of poor management. And I'm like, that not fucking happening again this week, guys. I'm switched on. So if it's coffee, if it's whatever you need to keep you focused on for the day, and when you feel it slipping, step away, reset, and go again. But don't trade when you're emotionally not switched on because you're going to cost yourself money. Right, go have a green day. I will give you guys some updates as we go and make some money, guys.